today's video, we're diving into a complete step-by-step guide for editing with Wondershare Filmora 14. Whether you're a beginner or more advanced, this full course covers everything you need to know from A to Z. We'll go over all the features and tools for professional video editing, and I'll share some advanced tips, tricks, and techniques to help you get the most out of Filmora 14. We've really gone deep in this tutorial. You won't believe how detailed we've gotten. From AI-powered tools to all the other editing features, we'll walk you through everything in a simple, easy-to-follow way. This course is broken down into 20 chapters, so you'll get a comprehensive understanding of the software. Let's explore Chapter 19 without delay. In this chapter, we'll look at 3 different export settings in Filmora 14. You'll learn how to export videos for YouTube, for TikTok and Instagram, and also in 4K high quality. This guide will walk you through each step clearly. Let's get started. We're now inside Filmora 14 and ready to begin. I already have a video on the timeline, and I want to export it for YouTube. To do that, click the export button at the top, or simply press Ctrl+E on your keyboard. This will open the Filmora export window. At the top, you'll see 4 different tabs. The first one is the Local tab, where you can fully customize your export settings. Then there's the Device tab, which includes optimized export options for various devices, each with different resolutions and presets. Next is the Social Media tab, where you can directly upload your videos to YouTube, TikTok, or Vimeo. Just log into your account and export from here. The last one is the DVD tab, which lets you export your video to a DVD in a personalized way. Let's now use the Local tab to export our video for YouTube. First, give your video a title. I'll just type in my video. Then choose the folder where you want to save the file. If you already have export settings saved from before, you can select them. But here, I'll create a fresh custom export, so I'll click on the custom option. Now choose your format. I'm selecting MP4, which is widely used. For resolution, go with 1920 by 1080. This is the most common setting for YouTube videos. Then set the encoder to H264. For quality, pick either medium or high. I'm selecting high. Now let's go into the advanced settings. First, set the frame rate. Based on my project, I'll go with 30 frames per second. I select VBR as the bitrate method. Then set the bitrate. I'll select high bitrate and change it to around 10,000 kilobits per second. For export color space, I'll select SDR RE709, which is a standard choice. If needed, you can also adjust compression quality, but since I don't want to compress the video, I'll leave it at none. Next, for audio settings, I'll use AAC as the audio encoder. Set the channel to stereo, the sample rate to 44,100 says, and the audio bit rate to 192 kilobits per second. Once everything is set, you can either export the video right away, or save this entire setup as a preset for future projects. To do that, click on Save as Preset. Enter a name like YouTube, and press Save. Your preset will now appear in the preset list, ready to use anytime. Below that, you'll see a few extra options. Auto Highlight automatically detects key moments in your video and highlights them. I'll skip this option. Auto Reframe adjusts your video for different screen sizes like square or vertical formats. I'll skip that too. GPU Acceleration helps speed up export by using your graphics card. I'll keep this one turned on. There's also an option called Backup to Cloud. This saves a copy of your exported video to your Filmora cloud storage for easy access. I'll leave that off for now. Once all your settings are done, click the export button below. While exporting, you'll see a small box called When Done. Here you can choose what Filmora should do after the export finishes. Play a sound, shut down the computer, or do nothing. I'll go with the sound reminder option. After your video has been exported, click the small folder icon. This will open the folder where your video has been saved, ready to upload or share. Next, let's set up the best export settings for TikTok and Instagram. I already have a project ready on the timeline. To export it, click the export button at the top, or press Ctrl+E on your keyboard. In the export window, give your video a name. I'll type in Instagram. Then choose the folder where you want to save the file. If needed, you can turn on the backup to cloud toggle to store your video online. Below that, if you have a good preset already saved, you can select it. But I'll go with a fresh custom setup, so I choose custom. Now choose the format. I'll select MP4. For resolution, I'll use 1920 by 1080, which works well for vertical videos. Set the encoder to H264. For quality, I'll select high. Then I click on advanced settings for more control. Here, I set the frame rate to 30 FPS. I select VBR as the bitrate method, then set the bitrate. I'll select high bitrate and change it to around 10,000 kilobits per second. For export color space, I choose SDR-REUX 709. If compression is not required, set compression quality to none. Next, for audio, I use AAC as the encoder. Set the channel to stereo, the sample rate to 44,100 cis, and the bitrate to 192 kilobits per second. Once everything is set, you can click Apply to export right away. But I'll save these settings as a preset. Click on Save as Preset, and give it a name like TikTok, Instagram. Then press Save. Now the TikTok and Instagram preset is saved and appears in the list for future use. After that, click on the Export button to begin exporting. Once done, click on the folder icon to open the location where the video has been saved. Now let's move on to the best export settings for high-quality 4K videos. I already have a 4K project open in the timeline. Just like before, click the Export button. In the Export window, name your video, for example, 4K video. Choose the folder where you want to save the file. You can also turn on the backup to cloud option if needed. If you already have a preset, you can use that. But I'll go with a new custom setup, so I select Custom. Next, choose the video format. Both MP4 and MOV are good for 4K, but I'll use MP4 since it's more widely supported. Set the resolution to 3840 by 2160, and use H264 as the encoder. I'll keep the quality set to high. Now go to Advanced Settings. For 4K videos, the frame rate usually ranges from 25 to 30 FPS. I'll select 30 FPS. Set the bitrate method to VBR, and the bitrate level to high. I'll enter 15,000 kilobits per second. For export color space, I'll use SDR-REUX 709. Compression quality is not needed, so I'll leave it at none. Now for the audio settings, set the encoder to AAC, channel to stereo, sample rate to 48,000 Hz, and bitrate to 320 kilobits per second. Once all the settings are ready, you can export the video directly. But I'll save this setup as a preset by clicking Save as Preset. I'll name it 4K High Quality, then click Save. Now the 4K High Quality preset is available in the list. Finally, click on the Export button to begin exporting. So these were the top 3 export settings you can use in Filmora 14 for the best video quality on any platform. Stay tuned for more tutorials.